Before you go to sleep tonight, there are a few small habits that could be quietly putting extra strain on your heart, and most people over 60 don't even realize they're doing them. Take a moment and really think about this, because what happens while you sleep matters more than most people imagine. A few years ago, someone close to me, a retired teacher in his early 70s, went to bed like any other night. He felt fine. No warning signs. No discomfort. But by morning, he was gone. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was silent. A sudden cardiac event during sleep. And when I later looked more closely at his daily routine, one thing stood out. Not one major issue, but a pattern. Small habits, repeated night after night, that slowly placed extra stress on his heart. And here's the part most people don't expect. Some nighttime habits have been linked to increased cardiovascular strain, especially later in life, even when everything feels normal. That's why this matters, because the most serious health risks don't always come with clear warnings. They build quietly, gradually, until one day, they don't give you a second chance. Now you might be thinking, I feel fine, I sleep well. This probably doesn't apply to me, but that's exactly how these situations develop. They don't interrupt you, they don't announce themselves, they simply build over time, in the background. So today we're going to walk through 6 common bedtime habits that may be placing unnecessary strain on your heart, especially after 60. We'll start with the least obvious and work our way toward the most important one, and I'll tell you now, number 2 catches almost everyone off guard. But first, quick question for you. How old are you, and have you ever woken up at night feeling your heart racing or short of breath? Let me know in the comments. Now let's begin. Habit number 6. Eating too close to bedtime. This one feels harmless. A late dinner, a small snack before bed, finishing leftovers just to avoid waste. It feels normal, comforting even, but inside your body, something very different is happening. When you eat a full meal, your digestive system becomes highly active. It needs more blood flow, more energy, more effort from your body, and that means your heart has to work harder, pumping blood toward your digestive system. When you're younger, your body handles this without much trouble, but after 60, things change. Your cardiovascular system doesn't adapt as easily, recovery takes longer, and the margin for stress becomes smaller. Now imagine this happening while you're lying down when your body is supposed to be resting. Instead of recovery, your system stays active, and that's not all. Lying down with a full stomach can increase the chance of acid moving upward, what many people recognize as reflux, but what's often overlooked is how this can make the body feel more unsettled at night, especially for sensitive individuals. Over time, these small disruptions can add up. So what's the better approach? Keep it simple. Try to finish your last full meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you need something later, keep it light. A small handful of nuts or a piece of fruit. And here's one of the simplest habits you can add that makes a real difference. Take a short walk after dinner, even 10 minutes. It helps your body process food more efficiently and reduces the overall load on your system overnight. Small change, big impact over time. And we're just getting started, because in the next part, we're going to look at a common medication-related habit that many people don't think twice about but could be affecting your heart more than you realize. Stay with me. What if the way you've been taking your medication for years isn't giving your heart protection when it needs it most? Let's move to habit number 5, and this one is rarely talked about. Habit number 5, taking blood pressure medication at the wrong time. If you've been prescribed medication for high blood pressure, there's a good chance you take it in the morning. It's routine, it's convenient, it becomes automatic. But here's something many people don't realize. Your blood pressure doesn't stay the same throughout the day. It follows a rhythm, and there's a specific window, usually in the early morning hours when your cardiovascular system is under more strain. Now, think about this. If medication is taken in the morning, its strongest effect may happen earlier in the day, and by the time those early morning hours arrive, that effect may not be as strong, meaning your body could be less supported during a time when it naturally needs more stability. Now, this doesn't mean you should change anything on your own, but it does raise an important point. Some research has explored how timing can influence how medications work in the body, and in certain cases, adjusting timing has been associated with better overnight control. But this part matters. Every medication is different. Some need to be taken at specific times. Some require food, and some should never be shifted without guidance. So the real takeaway here is simple. Awareness. This is a conversation worth having with your doctor. Ask them, is the timing of my medication right for my routine? That one question could make a meaningful difference. Now let's move to something even more common and something many people do intentionally without realizing the impact. Habit number 4, going to bed slightly dehydrated. This one is incredibly common. Many people reduce how much they drink in the evening, and honestly, it makes sense. No one wants to wake up multiple times during the night, so the solution feels obvious. Drink less. But here's where it gets interesting. Your body doesn't stop using fluids while you sleep. You continue to lose water through breathing, through your skin, and through normal processes happening inside your body. So if you go to bed already low on fluids, your system starts the night at a disadvantage. And over several hours, that imbalance can increase. Think of it like this. When your body is properly hydrated, everything flows smoothly. But when fluids are low, your system has to work a little harder. And after 60, your body becomes less efficient at adjusting quickly. There's another layer to this. As we age, our sense of thirst changes. You may not feel thirsty even when your body actually needs water. So what's the smarter approach? It's not about drinking a large amount right before bed. That can disrupt sleep. Instead, focus on timing throughout the day. Stay well hydrated earlier, and have a moderate glass of water about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. That gives your body time to process it without interrupting your sleep later. You can also support hydration through foods, like fruits and vegetables, rich in natural minerals. These help your body maintain better fluid balance. Small adjustment, but it adds up over time. And now we're getting to a habit that almost everyone does, not because they have to, but because it's become part of modern life. And the surprising part, it has nothing to do with food or water, but it directly affects your heart, your brain, and how well your body recovers overnight. And chances are you're doing it right now before bed. Stay with me if you're using your phone, tablet, or TV right before bed. This one habit alone could be quietly working against your heart every single night. Habit number 3. Screen time before sleep. This is one of the most common routines today. You get into bed, pick up your phone, scroll, watch, check messages, maybe even fall asleep with the screen still on. It feels harmless, relaxing even, but inside your body, something very different is happening. Your brain depends on darkness to prepare for sleep. When the lights go down, it begins producing a hormone called melatonin. Most people think melatonin is just about sleep, but it does more than that. It helps your body settle, supports your natural rhythm, and plays a role in how your system stabilizes overnight. Now, here's the problem. The light from screens, especially when they're close to your face, can interfere with that process. Even a short period of exposure can delay your body's ability to fully wind down. And after 60, your body is already producing less melatonin than before. So this combination, less natural production plus nighttime screen exposure, can make it harder for your body to fully shift into rest mode. And here's what makes it tricky. You won't notice it immediately, not after one night, not even after a few, but over time, sleep becomes lighter, recovery becomes less complete, and your body doesn't feel as restored in the morning. Now, here's the good news. This is one of the easiest habits to adjust. Create a simple rule: turn off screens 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Replace that time with something calming. Reading, light stretching, soft music, even quiet conversation. You're giving your brain a clear signal. It's time to slow down. And many people notice a difference within just a few days. Now let's move to something that surprises almost everyone. Because the next habit isn't about what you do before bed, it's about how you sleep. Habit number 2, sleeping flat on your back. This might sound unexpected. Sleeping on your back is often seen as normal, even recommended. But for some people, over 60, it may not be the best position. Here's why. When you lie flat on your back, gravity can shift the position of your tongue and soft tissues. This can narrow the airways slightly, especially when the body is fully relaxed during sleep. In some cases, this may affect breathing patterns during the night. You might not even notice it, but your body does. When breathing becomes less steady, your system has to adjust. Your heart rate may change. Your body may briefly shift out of deeper rest, and this can happen multiple times throughout the night, without you fully waking up. Over time, these small interruptions can affect how well your body recovers. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone, but there are signs worth paying attention to. If you snore regularly, wake up feeling tired, or feel like your sleep isn't as restful as it should be, your sleep position could be part of the picture. So what can you do? A simple adjustment can help. Try sleeping on your side, especially your left side. This can help keep the airway more open and support more stable breathing. You can even place a pillow behind your back to help maintain that position during the night. For some people, that small change can make a noticeable difference. And now, we're about to reach the most important habit of all. This is the one that connects everything we've talked about. It's not about food, not about water, not about screens, but it may have the biggest impact on your heart while you sleep. Stay with me. This final habit has nothing to do with what you eat, drink, or how you sleep, but it may be the one that affects your heart the most because it never really turns off. Habit number 1, carrying stress into the night. I want you to think about your evenings for a moment. Lying in bed, going over conversations, thinking about your health, your family, your finances, or watching stressful news right before trying to sleep. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's what most people don't realize. When your mind stays active, your body does too, even when you're lying still. Your brain signals the release of stress hormones, the same ones your body uses in moments of danger. These hormones are useful during the day, but at night, they keep your system in a state of alertness, and that prevents your body from fully settling into rest. Because during healthy sleep, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, your system recovers. But when stress carries into the night, that recovery doesn't happen the way it should. Instead, your body stays slightly on edge hour after hour, and over time that adds up. Not in a dramatic way, but quietly, consistently, night after night. So how do you change that? Not with something complicated. With something intentional. Create a simple wind-down routine, about 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Start sending your body a different signal. Turn off the news, step away from anything stressful, and replace it with something calming. Write down a few things that went well during your day. Take slow, steady breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Sit quietly, reflect, pray, or meditate, if that's part of your life. These small actions do something powerful. They activate your body's calming system, the one that helps your heart slow down and your body shift into recovery mode. Think of it like guiding your system into rest, instead of expecting it to switch off instantly. Now, take a step back for a moment, because here's the bigger picture. It's rarely just one habit that creates stress on the body. It's the combination: late meals, low hydration, screen exposure, sleep position, and ongoing mental stress. Each one adds a small amount of pressure, but together, they can overwhelm your system over time. And the opposite is also true. Each small change you make reduces that pressure. Your body responds, sleep becomes deeper, mornings feel lighter, your system feels more balanced. And here's the most important part. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body still has the ability to adapt. But it needs the right conditions. So tonight, don't try to change everything. Just pick one habit, finish dinner a little earlier, put your phone away sooner. Take a few minutes to calm your mind. That one step matters more than you think. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Which of these habits surprised you the most? And which one are you going to change starting tonight? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and if this video helped you, share it with someone you care about, because sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest difference. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Dr. Christina Serrati's channel for more simple, practical ways to support your health as you age. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.